going to add some foothills. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to add a new layer for the foothills. Right, what I want to do is I want to add the foothills between this mountain range, the first set of foothills anyway, between this mountain range and this mountain range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this and I'm going to turn it off for now, like that. I'm going to add a layer in between the two mountain ranges. Sorry, wrong one. I'm going to choose this mountain range and turn it off. Now I'm going to insert a layer between these two. Hit the plus sign, new layer. Call it Foothills, and because I'm going to have a load, well, at least 3, I'm going to call it Foothills 1. Now we want to go into our colour mixer. We need to mix some colours. So as our root colour, we're going to start off with mountain colour. Then we're going to add some sap green. Then we're going to add some Prussian blue. Okay. So what we want, and bearing in mind we want our furthest foothills, which these aren't going to be, but we want our furthest foothills to be lighter. So we're going to mix in to our mountain colour 50% of sap green, and then we're going to add about 25% of Prussian blue, which will give us a nice bluey colour. Decide where you want your foothills to be. In this case, I'm going to start off here. I'm using my Foothills brush, and by the way, if you want these brushes, my whole Bob Ross brush set, which includes loads of them amongst other things as well, they're available on my Patreon for only a $2 subscription. So we're going to choose the foothill brush. We've got our colour, and we're going to start to add some foothills. So just strokes up, you want them going up. If you have them going at an angle, it looks like your trees are at an angle. So we want them going vertically upright. And bearing in mind these are supposed to be pine trees in a distance, but these foothills are the first layer of foothills. I don't know how many, but we will have at least 3. Don't forget, these are just the ones that are delineating the 2 mountain layers. We can see how we're going. As you can see, they're coming out nicely. And we will stop those about there, because I've got a plan for there, which will become apparent in a later video. Okay, we're going to change our brush to our cloud brush. We're going to reduce the size of it. We're going to set the foreground colour to white and just dab in a bit of white here, doing exactly the same as we've done for the clouds, for the mountains. We're just adding some pollution to the bottom of the foothills. We're going to change our brush again to our blender, and we're just going to slowly and gently blend out the bottom of this cloud. Don't forget, we can also blend in with the blender, but we just want to create a little misty effect. Here, like so. Obviously you can take a lot more time doing this than I've done, but that will do. Now let us add back our mountains, and as you can see we have some mountains there. Alright, now what we're going to do is change brush again, this time to our mountain knife. We're going to go into the settings of the mountain knife and change the angle so that it's horizontal. Okay, now we're going to go into our digital color mixer, and we're going to start off again with our mountain color, but to it we're going to add some Van Dyke brown and put it up to about, oh I don't know, 30%, and then choose that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to paint in a tiny little bit of land that these trees are sitting on, like that. Okay, we're going to choose our raw sienna and just add a tiny bit of highlight to that. Don't want too much, just to show. Okay, and we can also add a tiny bit of sap green to it as well, just to show that there's a bit of grass on there, like so. Okay, let's go back into our layers, add our mountains, and as you can see we now have some foothills delineating those mountains. But now we want some more foothills, so in our layers we'll add, oh I don't know, I want these in front of, so I'm going to add my new layer there, and I'm going to call this Far Foothills. I'm only going to have 2 foothills, I think. Far Foothills. Into our digital colour mixer. Again, we want to start off with our mountain colour. we want some sap green, and we have our phthalo blue there. Okay, so we want, the further away the foothills are, the lighter they want to be. Okay, so there, and a little bit of blue. We want it bluey green. Okay, so again, that's our colour. Now then, we need to change our brush. Back to the foothills. Now, again, we want our foothills coming from here, coming down to about there. So, these foothills I'm having going a bit like this. Again, keep them as vertical as you can. Now I'm going to stop them about there. Okay, but what I want to do is bring the bottom of it, make the bottom a bit stronger. And again, we're going to add some land here, just a tiny little bit of land. So we'll change our brush again, back to our rake, which is still got the preset, and we're just going to add some land in here, like so. And again, we're going to add just the tiniest bit of highlight to it. So, maybe a bit of yellow ochre. And some sap green to show that there's some grass, just a tiny bit of grass. There. Okay. Now, if we wanted to, we could have some more foothills, but I've got something I want to do in the foreground here, so I think we shall leave it at that for now. Tune in tomorrow, where we're going to add a river and a waterfall. Should be good. Okay, don't forget guys, if you like what you're watching, subscribe, hit the like button, comment, do all the usual YouTube stuff. It really helps out a lot. And if you want my set of brushes that I use for this, remember it's only a $2 monthly subscription on Patreon, link below. Thanks for watching, see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Bye.